Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. I know it's been a little bit since I last put up a video, but in this video we're going to be taking a look at Yoshi's Woolly World. I actually just recently picked up a WiiU system. I did have one years ago when they first came out and everything. I can't remember exactly why I got rid of it. Maybe I wasn't playing it as much, or I may have gotten my Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 around that time is more than likely what happened. But I decided to go ahead and pick one up again. Yoshi's Woolly World is something I didn't even know existed until recently. And that was after I got the WiiU system. I just got this game like a week ago, and I want to say I paid around $20 for it new, for the physical copy with the book and everything. So if you're familiar with Crafted World on the Switch, then this is going to seem kind of similar to you. But the Woolly World one is set around yarn, obviously. And there's different Yoshis that you can unlock. You can see here, you can switch between them. And this one I just switched from was the cinnamon version. But you start off here in World 1 when you get over here, and it's the same kind of deal as Crafted World if you've played that, where you go around each level, you're trying to collect all the flowers for the level, and then in this one you collect all the yarn balls you can. If you collect them all, then you'll unlock the various Yoshis. So you can see that I have the levels where I've unlocked the Yoshis here, which I believe all of them in World 1 I have. So this is like your standard green and white Yoshi. You've got this guy over here. This is like the hot cocoa one, I believe. And I forget what some of the rest of these ones are. This is one of my favorite ones I like looking at. Kind of has that more dinosaur look to him, in my opinion. But yeah, there's all these levels to go through. And then there's a Shy Guy Yoshi as well. So when you start in these worlds, you collect those items. All the ones with the stars means that you've finished them. We'll go into this first world here, and you can see it'll show you that I've collected all the flowers, all the yarn balls. I'm one shy of the stamps and one shy of the hearts that you can get in the level. And then once you collect these gems, and you get gem points up there at the top. And those will let you do different modifiers or kind of bonus items that you can do throughout the level to make it possibly a little bit easier. I've only used like one of these, and for me it didn't really make a difference, so I don't use the badges all the time. But this has been a pretty fun game thus far. If you have access to a WiiU system, I would highly recommend it, especially if you like Crafted World. For some reason though, there's something about this one specifically that I'm tending to like even better than the Crafted World. I'm surprised that they have not brought this to Crafted World. And then you'll have these little hint blocks that you can hit, it'll tell you how to do certain things. So just like in the other one, if you pick up one of these guys and then sit down, you'll get the yarn ball. You're going to throw stuff just like in Crafted World. And I missed that, of course, but you can a lot of times get these flowers tied up so that you can then jump on them without getting hurt. There we go. And you close his mouth shut, you just jump on him like that. And then there's various little gift packages and stuff that'll have different things. There's also these little yarn bows, so when I untie that, it gives me a bunch of gems and another yarn ball. You'll see that this is a really big yarn ball. That's because that'll actually let you do more things at once. So like if you have multiple items that you need to do, whether it's unlocking completing platforms that you're going to jump onto, or if it's like there's windmills and stuff like that that you can complete with the blades with the ball of yarn. So things like that, when you have the big ball, you can do multiples at the same time instead of having to do them one by one and using up all your yarn balls. But you collect the stamps with the gems and other things, and as you go through here, it unlocks various features for you. The thing about this one that's been pretty cool, so like on Crafted World, again, if you're familiar with it, Crafted World gives you bonus levels that you do. Like one of the ones that really stands out to me is the one where you're the really big Yoshi. It's like a robot Yoshi, I think it is, in Crafted World. And in Crafted World, when you do that, I mean, it's a pretty fun level. So in this one, it has a very similar level where you're a big Yoshi butt made out of yarn, obviously. And so that was one of my favorite ones to do, but it also has ones where you end up being a motorcycle. And then the first one on here is you're an umbrella Yoshi. And so you got to float above there and everything and get all of that stuff as quickly as you can to finish the bonus level in the given amount of time. So there's a lot of little similarities plus differences between the two. I think Nintendo would do good if they released this on the Switch, because this is obviously an HD version being on the Wii U. But I don't see them at this point really doing that. So I am using a third-party Pro controller. It looks pretty much like the Wii U Pro controller, the official one, but it works really well for this game and several others too. I've been doing Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Wind Waker, and so that's one that I'm really looking forward to playing more on and completing. I did try it on the GameCube version. It wasn't too bad, but obviously the graphics are a little bit dated on that. But, you know, Wind Waker for the HDs on there. You've got Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U as well. So, I mean, it's games like that that give the Wii U kind of that nice little extra that you don't have on the Switch currently. And that's one of the things I really enjoy, is going and getting these games. Now, I will say that the Wii U, the games aren't cheap all the time. This one, like I said, I believe is $20. But the Twilight Princess game, I was lucky to find a used copy for just $65. And I say just $65 because it went up from there. It was like $80+ most of the time for Twilight Princess HD. So a lot of these games I didn't even remember existing back then. So for Yoshi's Woolly World, I would definitely say give it a try, play it if you can. Obviously, if you don't have a Wii U, though, it's not going to be something you're going to be able to experience, but I think it's a lot of fun. It's a very relaxing game most of the time, and I say most of the time because there's still going to be those challenges and those levels that are frustrating. I believe the first boss level on this one was pretty frustrating to me. It took me quite a few times to get past it. When I say boss level, I mean the very last guy that you have to fight, World 1-8, I believe it is. So that can all be kind of frustrating still. So it has its pluses and minuses just like any other game. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button below there. Hit the bell for the notifications for when I put up new videos. I am going to try my best to get a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD review for the Wii U up as well. But this system has held up pretty well overall. You can use an external hard drive to install the games. I did recently skin it as well. I've only had it a couple weeks, and so I would recommend if you're able to get a hold of one to go ahead and do so. But just keep in mind, they're not cheap. The Wii U I got, I believe, was around $229 on eBay. And that was for the Mario Kart 8 version that had that pre-installed, so the deluxe version. But yeah, overall, I think you would enjoy Woolly World. If you haven't given it a shot before, go ahead now. And I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and feel free to comment below on some of your favorite Wii U games or ones that you might want to have me try and review if I can get a hold of them. See you guys next time.